Well, I'm happy either way. Let's say that. Well, first, I'm glad I can see again. I was worried because I didn't have any information, um, and I was just worried something unseen, untoward, unseemly had occurred, and I don't know. I was just concerned. So I was glad it only took a couple days. I don't know what was going on, but it's usually, I consider it's not my business, not mine to worry about. I don't know why it just stuttered. Um, the hard drive is pretty clear. Kept it clean, because I know it slows down when it gets, full of pictures and video and stuff like that. So I just kind of upload as much as possible and delete the rest to keep it operating efficiently as far as what I think how it works, which I don't know how it works. Anyway, so I was glad to see, and I'm still guessing at etiquette and protocol, not just, but with everything, with everywhere, with everyone, in every platform. I don't, I'm just, I don't know. I think about everything before doing anything, mostly. Rarely do I, actually just, that has to run through the process. Um, but anyway, um, I saw that standalone. Standalone. It's a very lovely piece. It's nice pictures, and it's a nice piece of art. Nice. It's a very lovely image and sentiment. Yeah. So anyway, but based on what I've come to know or believe or think or feel, which I have no idea how I got exactly where I am. I just know that I'm here. And I do think the way I think, and I do feel the way I feel, and I do believe how it is I believe, and I might be wrong. How do I say that? I forget. I could be wrong, but I'm right in here. I say that a different way sometimes, and it sounds better. This is unscripted, unrehearsed, improvised. Of course. I wanted to record this now before I have a conversation with a family member that might throw me completely out of where I am right now. So it's like I wanted to do this first, because after this next conversation I'll be somewhere else. Anyway, and of course I won't say a thing because I don't know anything. And also I don't want to, it doesn't, yeah. Anyway, not yet, I guess, or not now, or maybe not ever. Who knows? I still don't know what's going on. That's just how it is. But I'm happy either way. That's where it goes back to, is I'm glad if and if not it has anything to do with me, which very well and probably doesn't have anything to do with me. There's all sorts of things I don't know about, and I'm just talking to myself after all. And yeah, I have a very active imagination, and I can put together whole timelines and run whole permutations of reality that lead in a favorable direction, I guess, or follow my personal biases to the conclusions that I wish to arrive at. Of course, not always. A lot of times, most of the time, 99.9, I somehow find ways to be hurt, or saddened, or maddened, or upset, or defeated by what it is and how I experience the world. That I think less of myself, that people don't like me is a general way, angry at me in some way. I go too far, I say weird things. Yeah, I infuriate and frustrate all over the place, and I break taboos and protocols without realizing, and I don't mean to. I don't even know. A lot of times, like, so. Anyway, in this case, I'm either it's a I don't know the different kinds. I was trying to think of that before. I'm relieved that I can see them again, that they're okay. Got an update, so good. Happy about that. That's a relief. But then what appears to be some sort of news, even though it was already mentioned like a month ago, like the day after or 2 days after I put out that one thing, which, yeah. And then I just figure it was a coincidence after. That's my working theory, because obviously. But I still feel, and I still stand by, what I wrote back then, which has nothing to do with anything that's going on now, because that would be insane. But anyway, so if it has nothing to do with me, which it doesn't, because how could it? Then that's a relief. I'm glad this one gets some closure, that they're doing what they need to do to find some sanity and peace of mind and happiness in this world that we exist in, as it is. As it could be, though, there's a difference. As it is as it could be. Maybe it isn't too late, So anyway, I'm saying the word anyway a lot because my thoughts are in many places. So I'd be glad and happy. There's that stuttering again. That to get some sort of closure, that I don't have to worry. It'll be okay, which it always will have going to have been. But now I can stop thinking about it as much, or maybe thinking about it more, like what happened, how it happened, where, because that's what I've been doing this entire time anyway, so it won't be much of a change. But if it appears that it is about somebody else, and yeah, well, I don't know about it. There's nothing I could have done differently, and I'm just glad for them both finding something to share. So it can only be a good thing, I guess. Yeah. And I didn't, it's not a bad thing for me personally. It's selfish to want, for myself. But I don't really know what's for me. So I guess that thought just ended. Oh, and I guess so happy in that case that it's closure and I don't have to think about it. That's one less thing to have to think about, I guess, even though I like thinking about it. But in the other side, now this is where it gets crazy. So hang on. Now, I don't even think I can talk about the other side of it. I just can't. I can't allow myself to entertain the idea, because that would just be ludicrous and I would hurt myself. The directions, and it's like, I just can't imagine. I can't allow myself to entertain it. That would be just unhealthy, because that just shows the depravity of my mental condition, of how I can work with whatever and create entire fictions of reality that don't exist. I have no evidence, I have no proof. I just have wherever it is I am, that I've arrived at by my own conjuring and conviction and conjecture. Isn't that crazy? Don't answer that. So, but isn't it just a thing? If it were. I don't really have words for that. I guess I got caught off guard. But anyway, but I don't really have to worry about it anyway, because it's about something else. It's about, I don't know. I guess time will tell, and I will see, and because if they're anything like me, and I think they are, they will be updating, and it'll become clear at some point, and yeah, I'll eventually. It's like, okay, I got confirmation. Okay, it's definitely about somebody else, and I'm guessing they're probably in some other state that I'm aware of that they mention every so often, and be like, oh, okay, well, it's gonna be hot down there, I guess. Wow. But somebody off the grid, somebody that I never witnessed or saw any hint at, I'm guessing. But they, yeah, it was, I guess, who they were talking for or writing for. The entire time. I don't know. But it's not mine to know, and it's not mine to feel sorry for myself or self-pity about, because I did a great job of writing, of communicating myself, my thoughts, my feelings, articulation. So that's progress for me. So that's my takeaway. I didn't lose anything. I've gained, through experience, a better sense of who I am, and confidence, in what I can do and what I can feel, and how I can actually find a place for in this world, for myself. Maybe, I think, and maybe even not be so alone all the time. Find somebody that I can communicate with and share a reality with. Because just being in my own reality, which I always will be to some degree, of course, but to find some, middle ground, where I'm not so separate from everybody at all times, I guess. Existing in my own bubble, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. Like I said, this is totally unrehearsed, unscripted, improvised. So, anyway, I was going to keep this a short video, but it's already 15 minutes. And I do have a call to make. So. And then I'll be at work in a couple hours, too. So. Yay. Which I don't mind. So, there's that. And if it is true, let's just go with that for a brief second. I'm not going to let myself stay there very long. It is exactly, you know, yeah, it's, yeah. Is this how we communicate? I don't know. Nothing was ever agreed upon. But I write, I put stuff out there, and I see what appears to be, to me, at least how I interpret things, responses. Of course, that's just me. And there might not be, and probably isn't, any direct correlation or causation. Because, it might just be, pure coincidence. And I might just, or maybe my stuff is just fuel to work off of, or I don't know, or if it's even, I'm just giving myself way too much credit right now. This is why I shouldn't imagine too much. Too much. I will hurt myself when I find out that it's not true, and it's not about me, that everything that I've come up with is just a glass bauble, and just it's decorated so nicely, and it's just I just don't have the heart, you know. So I will just put it on a shelf somewhere to admire at a distance. So so I guess really none of this will have mattered. Um, not this particular, not the whole thing, not the whole catalog, but my personal feelings and thoughts and all that sort of stuff. It will never have been a waste. It will have been a good learning experience one way or the other. Um, so it's a win-win. However anything goes, it's just a win. Even if I just got to be careful with being respectful and minding privacy and boundaries and my own business. So it's like I just keeping it low key, keeping it, yeah, because there's all sorts of little things that just speak to that it has nothing to do with me. The fact that all the stuff that I don't know, have not been kept in the loop about, have no idea, and it's like, well, if it had anything to do with me, then wouldn't, and if it had anything to do with me, then wouldn't, all those little variables that most relationships kind of rely on, but I am not most people, and neither are they. So I don't know how they think. I don't even know them. But if they're anything like me, which I think they are, this is acceptable. This is totally within acceptable working parameters, and sometimes even preferable, because there's not so much. It's on my own timeline where I can actually, I don't have all that immediacy. I can actually think and form my words, and I'm not as self-conscious. And I don't know, I guess I need to probably stop recording and get this posted or something, because it is really starting to stutter. So anyway, so that's a little update from me. And I hope to see more soon. I guess that's it.